We got a problem with our Honda Odyssey here. It's raining outside. Otherwise, I would be doing this outside. But if you take a look right here, our inner tail light is broken. Our trash cans were out at the end of a driveway, and someone in my family bonked into them and broke our inner tail light. And I shouldn't have taken the trash out. So, lesson learned. What we need to do is we need to replace this. By the way, this is a 2015 Honda Odyssey, and this is the inner tail light. I called the dealership, and the dealership said that this piece, which all comes out as one, is $298. I was able to purchase one on Amazon for $88. That's a significant savings, and unless you're willing to throw away money or you really don't have much time, I think this is something that you can do on your own. Let's go through some of the steps on how to do this. Alright, to get started on this, what we need to do is we need to open up the back hatch. By the way, excuse my messy garage. Once we open up the back hatch, we should see right under here a little panel. And let's use a flathead screwdriver and let's open up this panel next. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this thing off. Looks like it's going to be a little stubborn. It's hard to do with one hand. Hold it up. Well, there we go. And now we've got some light assembly stuff. Let's turn on a light. So if you look closely, you can see inside this panel that we've got a two little electrical connections that can be undone. And right here, you can push in on this side, and when you push in right there, you're able to pull out. I think the inside is right there on that one. So go ahead, put your fingers on those, pull those out. I need to use both hands for that. Let's give it a try. Now we got those two wires disconnected. Our next step is actually to undo this screw right here. And if you look back here a little bit, there's another screw that's going to be hard to get to. That is 5/16. And since that second one is hard to get to, my suggestion is, again, sorry for the messy garage, is to get one of these universal joint sets. It's going to make it a little bit easier to get in there. I'm going to use the 1/4" adapter. I'm going to attach it to my 5/16. Should be able to get in there and loosen those up a little bit. Alright, those screws were kind of a pain in the butt to get to. But now they're loose, so I should be able to undo those with my fingers, both that one and that one. This one, just as a tip, you kind of have to put the socket on there and then sneak the ratchet and the knuckle in and attach it to the socket, and then turn the entire socket to the left to break that one loose. Now I should be able to get those loose with my fingers and do my best not to lose those. Alright, we got those two bolts off right there and right up there. Next thing we need to do is we've got two bolts right here. They're also 5/16. Just take your 5/16, maybe a longer socket here, and remove these things. Piece of cake. Alright, now that we have these bolts out right here, that bolt and that bolt, just give it a little push and you'll see the whole light assembly moving off. I'm going to go ahead and shut the door, and once I shut the door, I should be able to pull that light assembly out and put in the new one. Let's go ahead and shut our door right here. And here's our light assembly that's broken. Should be able to pop this out relatively easily. Oh, sorry, lost you there for a minute. I may need two hands for this. Alright, well, I'm trying to jimmy this thing out, and actually it's really close to coming out. I noticed that there's actually something way back in here. Maybe you guys can see that little white, it's like a rivet type thing in there. It just needs a little encouragement to get all the way out. So that's what's holding it in right now. Not much. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to push that out with my thumb and hopefully pop out the whole tail light. Alright, right here is that alignment bolt that I was working at. I did my best to try and push it out with my thumbs. My thumbs wouldn't get in there. It didn't quite work out like I had planned. That alignment bolt goes right there. And there is a little tab that sticks off of this end, which you can see that I broke off. I think I just got a little excited. I pulled pretty hard and it's broken, but I'm putting in a new one anyway. So this alignment bolt, my suggestion is, what you just got to do is you got to get your hands underneath, like right here, and you got to give it a pretty good yank to get it out of that little alignment bolt. And then there's like a tab that sticks in right here, so be careful of that, especially if you're trying to save this. But that alignment bolt can be kind of a pain in the butt. And let's take out our new part. I should probably clean that up. Alright, so here's our new part, depot. Remember that on Amazon for about 88 bucks. And there we go, that's what I'm looking for. So let's take this out. I would imagine installation is the reverse of assembly. Alright, it's even got that little alignment pin. Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, here's our new part. Remember this tab, got to be kind of careful with it. That's what I broke off of the other one. And I think what I'm going to want to do is I'm just going to want to slide this in here a little bit. I'll need two hands for this. Line up the little alignment pin, push it in place, open up the door. Alright, so far so good. Everything's lining up there, even our little alignment pin. Next, what we need to do is we need to take these 5/16 things, put those back on. Those will be easy to do. And then we'll go to those bolts next. Alright, those bolts are on. That took like 30 seconds. Now let's get these bolts on right in here and here. And they might be a little bit more tricky, but I'll get them started with my fingers. Alright, I've got these bolts on. I've got both of those bolts on. Now all I need to do is connect the power. It should be good to go. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So this power just goes right in there like that. Piece of cake. And this power, let's make sure we got it aligned right. Nice satisfying click there. Let's put the entire plate back on and test the brakes. We should be good to go. Now would you look at that? Good as new. $80 instead of $298 plus labor. Actually $88. I'll take it.